A warm welcome to all our viewers. I'm your host Pratiksha Mishra and you're watching another episode of South Asia Focus. Let's begin the show. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the Maldives marks a pivotal moment in India's diplomatic outreach, reinforcing the special bond between the two nations. From key infrastructure projects to shared goals in maritime security and regional stability, the visit highlighted a growing convergence of interests. As both countries celebrate 60 years of diplomatic ties, this renewed partnership signals continuity, deeper cooperation, and India's enduring commitment to its neighbourhood first and Sagar visions in the Indian Ocean region.
India and the Maldives have long shared a close partnership rooted in geography, history, and mutual interest. That relationship took another significant step forward as Prime Minister Narendra Modi concluded a landmark visit to Malé, a visit that not only marked his third to the island nation but also became the first by any foreign head of government under President Mohammad Muizzu's administration. The visit came on the occasion of the Maldives' 60th Independence Day, with Prime Minister Modi honoured as the chief guest during the celebrations in Malé. The event was rich in symbolism and substance, a clear affirmation of the growing trust and strategic convergence between the two nations. During their latest meeting, Prime Minister Modi and President Muizzu reviewed the progress made under this framework, reaffirming their shared commitment to strengthening cooperation in defense, maritime security, economic development, and cultural and people-to-people ties. Several key projects were inaugurated and agreements were exchanged to further deepen this partnership.
इस साल भारत और मालदीव अपने राजनयिक संबंधों के भी 60 साल मना रहे हैं, परंतु हमारे संबंधों की जड़ें इतिहास से भी पुरानी हैं और समुद्र जितनी गहरी है। मालदीव भारत की नेबरहुड फर्स्ट पॉलिसी और महासागर विजन दोनों में एक अहम स्थान रखता है।
India's continued assistance to the Maldives through the export of essential commodities is a key facet of our bilateral cooperation under the long-standing trade agreement.
Geographically situated just 70 nautical miles from India's Minicoy Island, the Maldives holds critical importance in the Indian Ocean region. This high-profile diplomatic engagement builds upon President Muizzu's state visit to India in October 2024, during which the two countries adopted the India-Maldives joint vision for a comprehensive economic and maritime security partnership. Prime Minister Modi's visit underscored India's ongoing commitment to maritime stability and regional connectivity under its neighbourhood first and Sagar security and growth for all in the region policies. The decisions also focused on bolstering cooperation in maritime domain awareness, counter-terrorism and disaster preparedness.
Our Prime Minister has very clearly said that for India, in Indian diplomacy, neighbourhood first policy is something very, very important. And amongst the neighbourhood first policy, he has said very clearly that Maldives occupies a special place. So we have continued to cooperate with Maldives, and we continue to develop our ties in all areas, whether it is political, developmental assistance, trade and economic relations, people-to-people contact, cultural, and I would say that we have a very strong relationship.
India's development partnership has become a cornerstone of its engagement, with Maldives playing a transformative role in the island nation's infrastructure landscape. From the landmark Greater Malé connectivity project to critical initiatives like the Addu airport upgrade, India's support has been instrumental in reshaping the Maldives' future and driving sustainable growth.
The Greater Malé connectivity project, which is the largest infrastructure project that the country has ever seen, is being completed. We are hoping that it will be completed sometime next year, and the Addu airport upgrading and the Addu water and sewage and the roads and the Hankede bridge project, they are all on schedule and proceeding well. The only projects that we see ongoing in the last 2 years in the Maldives has been those that have been undertaken by India and with the generous assistance of Indian government. The Maldivian people are indeed grateful.
The successful conclusion of the Prime Minister's visit is expected to provide fresh momentum to bilateral ties, with both nations agreeing to further institutionalize cooperation and maintain the high frequency of exchanges that has marked the diplomatic engagement in recent years. This visit reaffirms the central role of the Maldives in India's regional strategy and sends a clear message of continuity and collaboration between New Delhi and Malé in shaping peaceful, prosperous Indian Ocean neighborhood.
Shocking visuals emerging from Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir expose yet another chapter of Islamabad's indifference. In Muzaffarabad's Bandi Mir Samdani, floodwaters have submerged entire neighborhoods following heavy monsoon rains, yet not a single official has stepped in to help. This crisis is not just natural, it's political. It highlights decades of exploitation, systemic neglect, and colonial-style governance by Pakistan. Take a look. Pakistan's deliberate neglect and colonial-style exploitation of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir have once again come to light, this time through floodwaters. Following days of relentless monsoon rains, the residents of Bandi Mir Samdani in Muzaffarabad are wading through knee-deep stagnant water. Entire neighborhoods are submerged, shops are ruined, and homes have been turned into flooded shelters. But while the people suffer, the authorities remain invisible.
सड़क बनी है और ये पानी के जो रवायती रास्ते थे, जिन रास्तों से बारिश का पानी दरिया में जाता था, वो रास्ते बंद हो गए। उस वक्त ये कल्वर्ट जितने भी इस रोड पे थे वो बंद कर दिए गए। और उसके बाद ये है कि हुकूमत से ये मुतालबा है कि इस जो ये पानी है जो सड़क में आता है, बरसाती पानी सारा, इसके लिए बाकायदा ज़मीन अवार्ड करके 2-3 जगह से, या जब तक ये मसला हल नहीं करती हुकूमत और पानी के लिए कोई भी जो है ड्रेन बना के इसको दरिया तक नहीं पहुंचाती, ये मसला आगे लोगों के घरों में पानी जाता है, लोगों को तकलीफ होती है।
Despite the severity of the crisis, Pakistani officials, both civil and military, have failed to act. There is no relief, no drainage machinery, and no one in power even acknowledging the suffering of the region's residents.
तमाम वीआईपी लोग इधर से गुजर रहे हैं, उनको नहीं पता यार ये लोग किस हालात में ज़िंदगी बसर कर रहे हैं। नीचे से जाके देखें, लोग मेरा ख्याल 5-5 फुट उनके घरों के अंदर पानी है। ये जो मुतलके हमारे एमएलए साहब भी हैं, अपोजिशन लीडर साहब भी हैं, आज तक उन्होंने आके ये नहीं कहा यार ये इधर के लोग ये क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या नहीं कर रहे।
This is not an isolated failure. It's part of a long pattern of systemic discrimination and exploitation. Pakistan has always treated POJK as a buffer zone and a propaganda tool. Locals say the region is effectively abandoned. No infrastructure is built. No disaster preparedness plans are in place. And when tragedy strikes, as it often does, the administration disappears. Decades of empty promises from Islamabad have created a deep sense of betrayal and alienation among POJK's residents. Worse still, those who dare speak out are often harassed, silenced, or labelled anti-state general. Time now for Asia This Week, the stories from across the continent.
To promote regional revitalization, Shiga Prefecture aims to strengthen its overseas relationships with Hiyoshi Ecological Services contributing to this policy. Japanese prefectures are focusing on enhancing ties with Asian countries and India to accelerate regional revitalization. In Shiga Prefecture, Governor Taizo Mikazuki is taking the lead in building these international connections. Governor Mikazuki visited Hiyoshi Ecological Services to learn about its business and its guiding policy, no borders when it comes to environmental issues. He received an explanation of the laboratory work, including water quality analysis, dioxin and asbestos testing, food safety analysis, and the detection of harmful elements. These laboratories represent the core of Hiyoshi's ecological services. Another key purpose of the governor's visit was to meet with Indian internship students. 2 Indian postgraduate students are currently training at Hiyoshi Ecological Services. Since 1988, Hiyoshi has accepted more than 1,000 foreign interns and trainees. After returning to their home countries, they form a vast human network. Governor Mikazuki is strengthening international relations through collaboration with Hiyoshi's overseas network. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei recently said that Western demands over Tehran's nuclear program are an excuse to confront the Islamic Republic. Khamenei made the statement a day after US President Donald Trump warned about renewed strikes if Iran restarts nuclear work. Trump issued the threat on July 28 as he held talks with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer at his Turnberry Golf Resort on the western coast of Scotland. South Korea's new foreign minister Cho Hyun met his Japanese counterpart Takeshi Iwaya in Tokyo on July 29 in his first official trip abroad since taking up the post earlier this month. Both ministers expressed hope that Japan and South Korea would continue to develop a closer relationship, with Cho mooting the return of the so-called shuttle diplomacy between the two countries.
From student-led startups to women-led ventures, India's southern city of Hyderabad is fast emerging as a powerhouse of innovation. With a network of cutting-edge incubators, the city offers a vibrant ecosystem where young entrepreneurs gain access to mentorship, funding, and hands-on experience in solving real-world problems. As Hyderabad evolves from its legacy as the city of pearls into a thriving startup hub, it's not just fostering ideas, it's shaping the next generation of change makers, redefining India's innovation story.
Taseed Mustafa, a 20-year-old student from Osmania University, is the co-founder of Plantify.app, a startup promoting sustainable urban living through plant-integrated indoor products. He is part of Adventure Park, a student-focused incubator helping young innovators turn ideas into ventures. From health and wellness to autism, students here are addressing real-world challenges with tech-driven solutions. This growing community of change makers is redefining Hyderabad's identity, from the city of pearls to a thriving hub of innovation and entrepreneurship.
I am affiliated with the Adventure Park. It's a kind of student-focused startup incubator wherein they train the students how actually the real-world problems are there and how we could solve. Adventure Park have tried the students to give the ecosystem like the same culture which IITs and the Tier 1 colleges are there. So they have tried their best. They have tried their level best so that we could compete with the students who are actually there in the market.
From young innovators like Taseed to cutting-edge breakthroughs in IT, Hyderabad is witnessing an unprecedented startup boom. New ventures are rapidly transforming the city's entrepreneurial landscape. High-tech city, a futuristic tech hub, buzzes with energy, where it often feels like everyone's building the next big thing. Powered by world-class infrastructure, skilled talent, and a strong government support, Hyderabad has become a magnet for startups nationwide. At the center of this ecosystem is T-Hub, India's largest innovation hub. It offers mentorship, funding access, and a vibrant network of founders and investors. For first-time entrepreneurs, T-Hub is both a guide and a launchpad.
Mad Scientist is an AI social network for tech professionals. It helps everyone to stay ahead in the technology. And our association with T-Hub has happened with the Rubrics program, and they have helped us with connecting with the right mentors, and also connecting with the right industry experts. And not just that, they helped us with building the prototype level to MVP level, and helped us to launch in the market.
What we do is we teach 21st century skilling to poor students who otherwise can't access technology. Like we teach coding without computers, we teach AI, and most recently we teach social emotional skills. We also teach coding, AI, and these skills to the visually challenged as well. We've been associated with T-Hub for quite some time now. We were fortunate enough to be a part of their market readiness program and their investor readiness program. More so, our product is also displayed in T-Hub's Experience Center.
Fueled by T-Hub's mentorship and collaborative energy, a new wave of entrepreneurs in Hyderabad is crafting game-changing solutions across finance, education, health, and sustainability. It's not just student-led or tech-driven startups powering Hyderabad's momentum. Innovation here is also fueled by inclusivity. State-led incubators like WB Hub are championing women entrepreneurs, offering a supportive ecosystem where aspiring and established founders connect with corporates, refine their ideas with expert mentorship, and scale their ventures with confidence.
We Hub is India's first state government-led organization established to support women entrepreneurs, both from urban and rural communities. What does that mean? From urban founders, which are, you could be tech, non-tech founders, you can come to us at idea validation stage right up until IPO. We provide structured pre-incubation, incubation and acceleration programs that take you through a journey where you will have access to tools and resources such as mentorship, funding, and other specifics that will help you be on your journey.
With women-led initiatives and accelerators spanning health tech to agri-tech, Hyderabad isn't just nurturing innovation, it's building the launchpad for it. As India rises as a global innovation hub, Hyderabad city is both blueprint and beacon.
As monsoon showers bless the land, a deeper spiritual current stirs across India. The sacred month of Savan, dedicated to Lord Shiva, is being celebrated with profound devotion and ancient rituals. On the third Monday of Shravan, temples across the country echoed with the chants of Om Namah Shivaya as lakhs of devotees offered prayers to the destroyer and transformer Mahadev. Take a look.
The holy month of Savan, also known as Shravan, holds a special place in the hearts of millions across India. Marking a season of renewal and devotion, this period is dedicated to Lord Shiva, the cosmic destroyer and regenerator. At dawn, the revered Mahakaleshwar temple in Ujjain shimmered in the glow of oil lamps and the fragrance of incense. The temple witnessed the iconic Bhasma Aarti, a timeless ritual where sacred ash is offered to Lord Shiva. Devotees seated in silence were visibly moved as priests performed the Aarti, every flicker of flame narrating stories of devotion.
बहुत अच्छा अनुभव हुआ, बहुत अच्छे दर्शन हुए, बहुत भीड़ थी, लेकिन भगवान की कृपा थी, सबसे आगे बैठने का मौका मिला और बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत अच्छा अरेंजमेंट था, बहुत अच्छा लगा.
As temples' bells tolled and conches blew across cities and villages, the spiritual rhythm of Savan grew stronger. In temples nationwide, devotees offered bay leaves, milk, honey and water to the sacred Shivalinga, the symbolic form of Lord Shiva. In Ayodhya, thousands bathed in the Saryu river before heading to the ancient Nageshwar Nath temple, where the Jalabhishek ritual began before sunrise.
सवेरे 3 बजे मंदिर में जलाभिषेक शुरू हो गया हमारे श्रीमान जी और अभी तक जलाभिषेक चल रहा है और लाखों की संख्या में श्रद्धालु भोलेनाथ को जलाभिषेक कर रहे हैं.
Further north, at Daksheshwar Mahadev temple in Haridwar, serpentine queues formed early in the morning. Devotees performed Dugdabhishek and Jalabhishek, with each drop symbolizing heartfelt prayers. In Gujarat's Rajkot, the Dhareshwar Mahadev temple, a shrine wrapped in centuries of legend, welcomed devotees from across the region.
यह धारेश्वर मंदिर प्राचीन मंदिर है। यहाँ माना जाता है कि आप दिल से दर्शन करते हो, महादेव जी आपकी सारी इच्छाएं पूरी करते हैं।
In Prayagraj, the celebration of devotion took a floral turn. The city administration showered flower petals from the skies over Dasashwamedh Ghat, Mankameshwar temple and the famed Lete Hue Hanuman temple. The holy month of Savan is a time of deep devotion to Lord Shiva. But it's not just about temple visits and rituals. It's also the time of the Kawar Yatra, where lakhs of Kawariyas walk barefoot, carrying water from the Ganga to offer it to their beloved Bholenath. Across India, Savan brings together spirituality, tradition and unmatched faith.
From temple bells to stormy skies, the spirit of Lord Shiva flows through the month of Savan. And with that, we come to the end of this week's episode. See you next week. Till then, goodbye and take care.